Brilliance Audio presents Revenge at Bella Terra by Christina Dodd, performed by Hvam. Eli Di Luca walked into his grandmother's 19th century farmhouse in the foothills above Bella Valley, carrying a case of wine hand-picked for a loving family celebration. Every light in the house was on. The television was blaring, and 6 women were standing in the front room holding bottles of water and shouting at the big screen hung on the wall. "Catch it!" they yelled. "Catch it! Catch it! Catch it! Catch it! Catch it!" He stopped. He stared. Nona's nurse, Olivia Kelly, so wide-eyed she always looked slightly astonished, stood apart from the group. "Australian football?" he asked. Olivia nodded shyly. What an odd girl she was, part of the group, yet apart. She reminded him of him. The football player must have caught it because the other women high-fived one another, then saw him and waved cheerful greetings. They were fascinating company. His grandmother, his Nona, was a young 80 years, stylish, cheerful, and so alive she frightened him with her energy. He'd never seen anything slow her down until almost 3 weeks ago, when she'd been attacked in her own home. This woman who had raised him, who had tamed the wild 14-year-old he had been when he returned from Chile, had been injured in a slow boiling vendetta that had its roots deep in the past. For years, Eli had dwelled always on the brink of savagery. Savagery was bred into him, and in his youth, during those 6 years when all the world was bleak and lonely, only savagery had kept him alive. The assault on his grandmother had almost taken him over the edge. If she had been killed, the consequences would have made him a fugitive once more, for he would have hunted down the culprit and destroyed him. Slowly, broken bone by broken bone, until all that was left was consciousness, pain, and understanding of the wrong he had committed. But Nona had survived without permanent damage. Her arm was in a cast, and she'd suffered a concussion, but she was home now, safe. And so was Eli. For the moment. In a normal voice, as if she hadn't just been jumping up and down, Nona said, "Hello, dear. How was your trip?" "Interesting, to put it mildly." "I love San Francisco. I love the St. Francis. I wish I could have gone with you." Nona's eyes shone. The venerable St. Francis Hotel had survived the 1906 earthquake, World War I and World War II, and all the wars after, the Roaring Twenties and the Depression, protests and prosperity and recession. The loud, joyful, boisterous wine growers tasting and auction had also left the hotel unscathed. If only Eli could say the same of himself. The memory of meeting the Italian, Tommaso Conte, during the event and hearing his outrageous business proposal haunted Eli's mind and heart. The plan was absurd, insulting, and tempting beyond all belief. "Everyone missed you," he told Nona. "Everybody asked about you, and asked why I had no beautiful, fascinating lady on my arm." She laughed out loud. "You need to find a beautiful, fascinating lady to be your wife, like Rafe did." His brother's recent marriage had put a sparkle in his grandmother's eyes, and he feared would lead to a frenzy of attempted matchmaking. Matchmaking was the one thing he did not need. Taking advantage of the break in the action, Nona's bodyguard, Bao Li, moved to the window and looked out. Diminutive, tough, and suspicious, she worked for Rafe, for his security firm, and from the beginning she had taken her job seriously.